Now, oftentimes parents will bring their kids to me who are playing sports and want to know if I can help with some of their injuries. And a lot of kids are playing soccer these days, and one of the things that happens a lot is some kind of ankle sprain. You know, kids are stepping on each other's feet, kids are falling over, and once you begin to have a problem with the ankle and the foot, that translates into a compensation at the knee joint, at the hip joint, at the back. It's all connected. The old song, the knee bone's connected to the hip bone, reminds us that everything is connected. And oftentimes we'll have a problem with our foot, and the thought is, well, our foot is way down there. How can that affect what's going on in my hip? Or how does that affect what's going on in my left shoulder? And the answer is, it's all you. It's all connected. And eventually, one problem will begin to migrate to the very next joint, and that will migrate to the next joint, and before long, everything is trying to accommodate an ankle that's no longer functional. Now, the bones in the feet should all have a little bit of movement between them. And you can grab your foot and feel as if how each bone has the capacity, or not, to wiggle between the opposing bone. Now, many times because of injuries, because of just the shoes that we wear. With women, they're in high heels and it puts a great deal of stress on their feet. And for athletes, they're on their feet all the time and they're getting stepped on. There's a lot of scar tissue in here, there's a lot of adhesions. And kids take their shoes off and I have them walk around a little bit. And my feeling is that their foot feels like a block of wood. There isn't any movement between many of the joints in the feet. And what that means is that the foot no longer does the job that it needs to do. So what I do is work by manipulating the connective tissue that covers all the bones and muscles in the feet to try to begin to establish or reestablish the proper range of motion and movement between all these different bones. I'll do that with just one foot and then have the person stand up and walk around, and immediately their face will light up and they go, wow, that feels really light. My foot feels like it's spread out. It feels like it's light. But my other foot feels pretty heavy and stuck. So then we'll go back and work on the other foot. Now, as we work on the feet, the other thing that people will begin to respond to or realize is that suddenly their back problem is not so bad anymore. And the reason for that is that your feet are the foundation of your body. This is what you stand on. This is what has to support everything above it. So if your feet are not working well, then everything above it has to work a lot harder. So once your feet are functional, once all these bones are moving and there is that real good sense of grounding and support, there is the feeling that you can accomplish anything, that all your dreams can come true, and you can move through life and do all that you want.
Always people are innovators by virtue of the fact that they have come up against a problem to which there is no answer in the accepted field, in the conventional field. And so they set about trying to find out what is the answer, what can give them a help with their problem. I had a child who had certain problems that I couldn't find help for in the accepted field. And so I started looking around trying to find out what were the elements in this child's problem which could be changed. Because always you have to change your premise in order to get a different conclusion.
So if you'd like to give your kids the advantage of sports, I'm confident Rolfing can help you. Go to my website or give me a call. How does that sound?